Hey everybody, it's me, your good friend, Edmundo, one half of the For Fact's Sake podcast. Before we get into this week's episode, which is a live stream episode, quick reminder, give this podcast a rating review on Apple Podcasts /iTunes. Rating reviews help the podcast grow. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And if you have a possible topic, leave it in the body of the review. You never know, we might use your topic next. Also, if you're wondering, live stream, how do I be a part of this live stream? Just join us on Patreon, patreon.com/FFS podcast. You get 2 bonus episodes a month, full video on our bonus episodes and on our regular episodes. And we do a live stream at the end of every month with our top tier patrons. Be a part of the Mother Factin family. Be a true Mother Factor. Be a Mother Factin legend. And join us on Patreon. The link for that is in the description of this episode. Okay. This week, me and Louise, I don't know if she knows I call her that. We have a great episode for you. We hope you enjoy. Here it is.
For Fact's Sake Podcast.
He does this to me every time, you guys.
Welcome to another episode of For Fact's Sake, the podcast where we take a random topic and Google the facts.
So you don't have to.
Hey, welcome to our live stream episode. This is for all our patrons, our top tier patrons, who are here actually watching an episode live before everyone else gets to listen to it on the actual feed.
2 of them are about to get fired. They are working right now.
Are they at work? Are you guys at work? Oh, man.
But technically, I feel like if you guys get fired for watching them for Sake's episode, like we have to like give up our Patreon money, like
yeah,
you know what I mean to y'all for the month.
We're at work too, I guess you could say. But this week's episode involves something to do with a long weekend, something we've actually been I guess you would associate with a long weekend. We're talking about fireworks this week.
Fireworks. I was gonna do a July 4th fact, but I was like, is it racist? Because we just had Juneteenth.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I was like, we'll do July 4th facts. Then you start reading and be like, you know what? I don't want to talk about these guys.
I thought about the same shit.
I don't want to like, and this guy with a white powdered wig was also a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
And so no, just some of you were free. But anyway, it was a pretty good holiday. Speaking of July 4th awkwardness, Candace Owens talking about how she only celebrates July 4th and not Juneteenth, and everybody that got really upset about it but still had a day off. I was like, you know what? White people got some nerve. We've been taking their holidays off for years, and suddenly you're mad at black people for the day because the bank is closed?
I mean, I have to agree. No matter what. But Candace Owens, one day we're just gonna realize she's just like an old white man in a costume, just unzip and be like, hey, I'm like, ugh.
No, for sure. Because do you remember when we were doing like what was it, like conspiracy theories, and it was Justin Bieber was a lizard? Candace Owens is 100% Tommy Lauren reincarnated.
Oh, yeah. For sure. So
they definitely made a clone of her. Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a quick question. July 4th. Are you a big July 4th person? Are you a big Independence Day person? Do you like a big cookout, a big party, or do you stay low? What do you do?
Not really July 4th. Memorial Day weekend I like, but July 4th, I don't really give a fuck. I feel like my rich friends go to the Hamptons, which I guess that feels even more Make America Great, doesn't it?
What do you mean by rich friends? You mean your friends? Your friends go to the Hamptons. Oh, my rich friends. I think they all got money.
No. I definitely have some friends that are like me, which is like right down the middle. But July 4th, no. I mean, normally I feel like when I worked like a 9 to 5, I always tried to like go away for the weekend or something. I'm a Miami girl. Like that was like my high point in life. I'm like, we're just going to go to Miami.
Right. I feel like such a phony on July 4th, a huge phony.
Because you're Canadian?
Yeah, so I'm just like having a hot dog and be like, yay, America.
Why the fuck is it always a hot dog though?
I don't know.
American food.
Yeah. I actually celebrate Canada Day, which is like July 1st, which is our Independence Day. But the name is lame. Canada Day, it's kind of lame. Right?
What's July 4th's name?
Independence Day.
Oh, I was gonna say any July 4th.
Oh my God, I'm teaching you about this. And what's July 4th again?
My bad. It just okay. Oh, so I did look up a little bit about fireworks, even though we all know what the fuck they are. This is my job,
Right.
and everyone knows I'm very low effort. So please just give me some credit, and let's
You're
all
so good
clap
at
it up
So
for the
good.
Wikipedia shit I'm about to read now.
Okay.
There are a few different types of fireworks, by the way, which I didn't know. You could do like the Chinese fireworks. Does anyone know what that is?
Isn't that just fireworks?
That's what I thought. All right. They are a class of low explosive pyrotechnic devices used for aesthetic purposes and entertainment purposes. The most common use is for display, amusement parks, weddings. I don't know whose fucking wedding that is, but they take many forms to produce 4 primary effects. Take a guess if you know the 4 effects of fireworks. For example, one is noise.
Oh, okay. Is it like a plume? Is that like the way it looks? Is that what you're talking about?
What is a plume? Is that a word?
Like a flower? Like it flowers out? Are we talking about the structure of the way it looks? Or are we talking about the type? What are we
Anyway, this is feeling too difficult. Noise,
Okay.
light, smoke, and the floating materials, aka the confetti. Right? So it says cultural and religious celebrations are what they're normally used for. Now, they're generally classified to either be a ground firework, which are the Chinese, or which are not the Chinese ones. The aerial fireworks are Chinese. And apparently, like back in the day, when they were invented in China, it was used to celebrate the New Year. They're still the biggest manufacturer of fireworks and the biggest exporter of fireworks. And then modern fireworks were invented in Europe, where basically they turned into colors and shit. But yeah, that's what a firework is. Did you even know that? No.
I didn't know that. Did you know? I know what it is. Okay, listen. I live in Los Angeles. I don't know if anyone here lives in Los Angeles in this episode who's watching, but I hear fireworks every other day, no matter what time of year. And for some reason,
It's not gunshots?
no, it's not, because it's just fireworks. And I was talking to some Mexican buddies of mine. I go, is it just me or is there a lot of fireworks here? And they're like, yeah, Mexicans love fireworks. I go, really? He's like, yeah, LA guys, they just all the time. It's just great. I have no clue. My Mexican
I
friends
think the
say,
hood
"Oh,
loves fireworks too. Like if you're on the block anywhere, it's like
Is that what it is?
people in the hood love to get into mischief, and fireworks are mischief.
I think they have a lot to celebrate. I think it's just like, hey man, it's Friday. All right, bang. It's just like a good time. Like I think
You
they'll
made
look
it
for
like
any
a
reason to
good-
celebrate. I know, but
What was your favorite firework in the pack, like when you were a kid?
one time there was
Sorry,
like a waterfront like fireworks show that celebrated our like Independence Day sort of thing, and that was like went on for like 5 minutes, and it was like good and great.
That's
I think when I was
cool.
when I was a kid, it was always such a cool, and I think it brings a kid out of you when you see it.
I like the popcorn ones.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
What are those
I like
called?
I
Snap,
don't
crack, and
know.
poppets.
I like the ones that
Poppets.
go like, boom, the one that go boom, and then they go again, and then again, like multiple colors. It's like a multiple orgasmic firework thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna list off some of the weirdest names of brands of fireworks you've ever heard.
I almost did this.
Now, some of these could be sex toys. I don't know. They sound ridiculous, but they're actual brands.
Okay.
Now, that's the thing with fireworks is like these companies don't take themselves too seriously. They're not like, they always like I think the key for some of these companies is how do we get our shit off the shelf? It's all the packaging and the name. Because for the most part, it's within the realm of the same thing because you're only legally allowed to have so much gunpowder and all that stuff like that. So they have to differentiate themselves via name. So here's some of the wildest, weirdest names I've ever heard, right? There's one called Bite Your Tushy. That's an actual name of a firework. Psycho Ex-Girlfriend.
Okay.
Wow.
It's me.
Grounds for Divorce.
What color is that one?
It's just honestly, it's a picture of a man and a woman who's angry. It's weird. Pyro Viagra.
That's a good name.
That's a good name. Bitch better have my honey. Big blue balls. That's a real
Okay,
name.
I like that one.
Yeah. Here's a fun one. Golden shower fountain.
That's perfect.
You're like,
that should be a horrible
mine.
decisions firework. Like if we like, that's it, dude. That's fucking it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're like, hey, we're going to a golden shower fountain party, you're like, oh my God, should I wear galoshes or a wetsuit? Like, no, it's fireworks. Oh, okay, good.
Because they do look gold.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
it's like gold and it drops upon you. Yeah.
When I lived in Orlando, I saw them every fucking night. Oh, because like
Really?
Disney and Universal, and I could
Oh,
see it. I lived downtown Orlando, bruh. That shit was getting on my nerves at some point. Like, literally, it was just too much, too loud. And people used to be so fucking excited about it. And there's nothing worse than growing up in a city like adjacent to a fucking theme park.
Oh my God. Like everyone, like, you know what's funny is that when people talk to you about where you grew up, they're like, oh my God, that must be so cool. You're right by Disney. You're like, it's my fucking hell. I hate kids. I hate old people. I want to get me to New York City. Okay. Lunachick.
Oof. Oh, okay, that's good.
Lunachick's good. Neighbor hater.
Damn, these are getting better and better.
Yeah, I like I like a good neighbor hater. Burning
your neighbors
bush?
are always
No,
mad.
come on. Burning bush is ridiculous.
Why? Isn't that
almost-
like a Jesus thing?
Yeah, it's like biblical, or it could be, something to do with like. All
I like that
cock
one.
And, cock and fire.
Like cock your gun back?
Well, it's a picture of a rooster and he's angry.
Okay.
Uncle Sam's answer.
I'm sorry, I'm not
Shotgun
all the
wo-
way there right now, dude.
Shotgun wedding. Saddam atom bomb. It's just a picture of Saddam Hussein. Forced entry. That's a bit.
I like cock and fire.
Forced entry is not good. That's your problem. And the Punisher.
These could be sex toy names.
I'm telling you, like if you just have like, I don't know, Punani Blast, you'd be like, oh, okay, that could be anything, really.
I mean, cock and fire, to be honest, sounded a little bit like an STD. But
Oh, like it burns when you pee. I get it.
yes, Eddie, because that took a lot of time to figure out. All right. I actually found something about Disney and fireworks, my personal hell, growing up.
Okay.
How much they spend on fireworks. So, like, interesting because I always felt like when we used to buy the packs for fireworks and shit, like when growing up, I don't know if people still buy it, but like they were always expensive. Remember, they would be like the small one was 50, then the other one was 100, and the other one's 150, and they'd be always in a parking lot outside of like a grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how much do you think Disney spends a night on a firework display?
Now, I've never been to Disney, so So, do they do a fireworks show every night? Is that what it is? Every time they're open? Is that what?
Every night. So Magic Kingdom, they'll do sometimes twice a night, but always nightly, where they'll do something called a Happily Ever After show. But yeah, they put on about 2,500 fireworks shows for all three of their parks in Orlando: Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Disney Hollywood Studios over the year. They're never used in the animal kingdom because it would scare animals. Not that they can't fucking hear it if I can hear it from my house, but whatever.
Right.
And there's none at their water parks. But yeah, just one park. What would you say they spend at night?
$10,000? That can't be right. That's too high.
Okay.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
Please, everybody, I want you to put in the chat box what the fuck you think it is.
Huh. I'm very curious. What is this?
Because
Is it more? Someone wrote $100,000, $15K, $200,000.
okay, every single night at Magic Kingdom alone,
Okay.
Disney spends $55,000 to do a show at one fucking park. One fucking park. Then divided up against their three parks, basically they spend over $20 million a year just in the fireworks. But
What?
That doesn't sound like a lot to me. For some reason, 50,000, 55,000 a night sounds like it's fucking crazy. When you hear millions and people are rich, you're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah. Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
That's a lot. Think how much money they make.
What do you mean, think how much money they make? I've paid $7 for water. That's where the firework goes.
Airport prices, man.
No, airport's $4. I only know because I just bought one yesterday. And the entire time she was like ringing it up. I was like, you said this was the cheap one. I'll take Aquafina. Then I go back in there and try to get the smaller one. It was $3.80. And I was like, bitch, you said they were reasonably priced. I was literally parched, Eddie.
There's
walking
no
off the plane like...
There's no in between with the airport. It's either like you want some smart water that's $10 or you want to drink out of a toilet. There's no in between at the airport. It's
Dude.
like, do you want smart water that Jennifer Aniston literally drinks, or do you want to like just drink out of or a guy's washing his hands? It's like,
Let me
no
tell
in
you
between.
about why I was so parched. Now, it might sound like I'm being dramatic, but I'm not. I get on the plane yesterday at fucking midnight in LA. I don't even know if it was yesterday because that's how my days are running into each other. I felt like I shouldn't have gotten on the plane already. Like, you know when something just tells you, I was like, now granted, I'm sleeping with someone that lives in LA, so maybe that was why. But at the same time, I was like, oh, I shouldn't leave.
Do you? Are you?
Yeah, you picked up my keys from him. Anyway, so.
Oh, wait, he texted me recently asking me about you.
Okay. No,
I'm
I know
sure
he wanted to surprise me with something. Anyway, Eddie, let me get to the point.
What
So
first
I get
class?
on the flight, y'all.
Business class or coach? Are you first class?
Business.
Okay.
A guy on the flight, right as we're taxiing off, you guys, has a fucking seizure. Okay?
What an asshole. What an asshole. Is that what you said? Like, get this guy off the plane.
I already felt like I should have been on the plane, and I already got my nerves bad. And then he got the nerve to fall out. Then we're on the plane, right? And I was like, y'all, oh my God, I'm freaking out. And then he's like laid out on the aisle, and then the flight attendant goes, does anyone have a spoon? And I'm like, what the fuck? Because you're not allowed to have metal shit on the plane anyway. Now they got a bunch of plastic shit from random people's backs, sticking it in his mouth. They fucking hit the brakes on the fucking, what is it called? The jetway or whatever, the tarmac. Bro,
Tarmac, yeah.
He's like full on seizure mode. So the planes, apparently they got full, all the things. So we can't go back. Someone has to run out and come get him. So they open the plane door. They lower him down, okay, to the paramedics. I am so stressed out. So you can't get off the plane, but you can just like, you can't get back in the, the airport, but you can get off the plane. So I get high as fuck because that's all I know how to do. And I'm already freaking out, right? And I was like, let me just smoke because we can go down the stairs. And they could smell the weed, but I didn't care. I felt like it was legal where we're taking off and it's legal where we're going.
So what happened to that guy?
I don't know if he's alive or whatever, but my point is, I got high. I got...
He's probably dead. I don't know. But I was late.
Anyway, that was my point about being fucked up. I got so fucking high, dude, that my cotton mouth was crazy. So then the plane didn't have any water bottles left. And you know how they say you can't drink the water off the plane because it's like the sewer water? Eddie, I was drinking my own spit like that.
I love the moral of the story. This guy's literally fighting for his life. And you're like, but I was thirsty. This guy's like foaming at the mouth. You're like, at least he's got something wet in his mouth. And you're like,
oh my God.
You're like, so funny, dude.
I know.
I mean, granted, was it Delta, JetBlue, or were you flying?
It was Delta. I couldn't believe the experience. But anyway.
If it was a Spirit Airlines, they would have put him in the overhead compartment. Like
Spirit would not have fucking left that damn. So anyway, bro, I get off the plane. And I'm like, my cotton mouth is crazy after fucking 5 hours, right? And I'm like so parched for water. And still, being the Jewess that I am, I get right into that Hudson News, whatever they call that fucking store. And I said, not even where's the water? How much is the water? Before I decide to save my own life. Then the guy behind me had the nerve to say like, oh, that's right. You were fucking chiefing away. I was like, who the fuck says chiefing away? And that's why I won't move to LA.
Well, I love it here. And anyway, moral of the story is make sure you bring water on the plane.
No, it really is.
Quick story before we get to our next fireworks fact.
They used all the water bottles to cool him down. That's what it was.
Yeah. You know, if it's Spirit Airlines, they would have put him in the seat. They'd be like, he needs water. And then they would have taken like a $5 bill out of his pocket. And then be like... tap for the water. He doesn't know. Here's a quick story before we get our next fireworks fact. Here's a funny celebrity story about LA. I'm in the Nike store in the Grove, and I look over, and you know who walks towards me, the cashier? Spike Lee.
Oh, that's right, you did say that.
Spike Lee walks towards me. He's got Knicks gear, full Knicks gear, like Jordans, whatever. And then he has like he has a couple boxes, and then he goes to the cashier. And I'm just like, I look at the cashier, I go, that's Spike Lee. He's like, I know, right? And then a guy who's always helping him out is like helping him pay, whatever. And I'm like, I couldn't help but think like, wow, this guy can literally call Michael Jordan and be like, I need some more shoes. But he's actually buying it, right? So then Spike Lee is leaving out of the Nike store, and then some white guy goes, Spike! And then he goes, nope, and just keeps walking out.
Oh my God.
Walking out of the Grove. I was like, cool. Do the right thing. He did. Nope. Because he knows if he stops, it's going to be a scene.
I love that he said no. Because I would have just acted like I didn't hear somebody.
And he's got the mask on, so you don't really know for sure, but it was him. You know what I mean? So he just was like, nope. And then just kept walking. I loved it. I was like, he's so much cooler now.
I would have been so upset if like someone did that to me.
Listen, if it was somebody cool, he would have been stopped. But it was just some fratty white guy in a polo. Spike! You're like, get the hell away from me, you fucking.
Actually, that's fair, because I feel like you would stop depending on like what the person looks like. I had a white girl come up to me at the Melrose Trading Post to tell me how fucking young I look. I don't even look 30. And that's how she said it over and over. You don't look anything like your age, just like that. And I think they all like are coming up to me now because of Sophia. Bro.
Ah, yeah.
The whitest of the white. Whitest of the white. I mean, like, type to be like, I've never fucked a black guy and never will. Kind of white.
Like if she looks at a bowl of oat milk, it'll be like a mirror. Like, I look great.
Then on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, I go to a fucking day party for the BET Awards. And like, I was like, well, here we go. They were like, damn, bitch, you and Mandy got to stop fighting. That was the type of people coming up to me after.
Why don't you invite me to these things? Maybe I'd go if I was your Uber driver. Okay, let me let's talk about what states do you think fireworks are completely illegal? What states do you think? Can everybody in the chat write down what states you think fireworks are completely outlawed? I'm very curious.
I would say DC because...
Okay.
Of all the federal buildings. Where do people love Jesus?
I think those places...
Well, they love their rats, so I guess it wouldn't be that.
So someone wrote Utah. That's a good guess because Mormons won't even drink coffee. They'll be like, what is that? Is that the Satan sperm? You know what I mean? Like, they'll be like...
No, it's the golden shower square.
Utah's a good guess. Any other guesses? What states are
I thought about Utah.
Outlawed?
But you can fucking marry your cousin or something over there, so maybe...
Montana. I don't know. Montana's not a good choice because they got a lot of open land and they're bored. I think that'd be like... now when I talk about outlaw, like you can't buy it, you can't go to a store, you can't even get it. It's very illegal. Only these fireworks are for like let's say a team wins or like that they have. It's not.
I'm gonna say New York then, and then maybe it's legal in Jersey.
Delaware, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Everyone, they're close, but you're way off.
What the fuck, Eddie? You're almost there, but not at all.
Massachusetts. Isn't that crazy? I didn't think they would do it. I was very surprised because fireworks can be dangerous, disruptive, or both. Some states have laws on the books limiting their use. Illinois, Ohio, and Vermont permit only wood or wire stick sparklers. And if you live in Massachusetts, you're completely out of luck. No fireworks of any kind are allowed to be used by consumers. Professional displays are still okay. However, on the other hand, Missouri, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas have relatively lenient regulations on consumer-grade fireworks. Some states, like Indiana, mandate that fireworks can be used only between 9 a.m. and 11 p.m. Who's doing fireworks at 9 in the morning?
What the fuck kind of law is that? You can only smoke crack from 9 and 11 p.m.? Okay.
Yeah.
Buses don't even run that long.
For the 4th of July, Memorial Day, and New Year's Eve, you can go wild and set them off until midnight. So basically... Massachusetts, man, no fun. I don't know if anyone of the listeners here are from Boston, but you can't buy fireworks in Boston. You can't buy fireworks in the
Her name is V Boston. It's not V Boston.
Tight.
Yo, I honestly thought it was just to like, that's okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Vinny's from Boston. They can't do shit. We can't drink on Sundays over there or something. What is it? Oh, you can't drink after a certain time. You can't buy alcohol. Really?
When? There's got to be like a 2 a.m. last call, right?
Vinny, what's the Sunday Boston thing? And Jules, you can't smoke cigarettes there or something? Fireworks aren't legal in Boston. What else is not legal on with the alcohol?
We don't have boozy brunch
No boozy brunch. Why?
because we don't have happy hour.
No happy hour.
Oh,
Why?
wow.
I don't know.
Like ever?
Ever.
No happy hour
No
ever.
unlimited alcohol, no happy hour, no alcohol.
No unlimited alcohol.
It looks like Vinny's like your black Alexa. It's kind of funny.
Vinny said you're my black Alexa. Vinny!
Vinny, what's legal? What's not illegal? But yeah, so
He said, how can I help?
on that same note, let's talk about, I'll join this with my second fact. Let's talk about illegal fireworks. Now, that doesn't mean people aren't like buying fireworks in Massachusetts or any other state. They're probably buying illegal fireworks on black market, which is a huge $1 billion business. And they probably get imported, and then people sell them on the side of the street. You'll see them like maybe in like parking lots or like different places where people are like, kind of shady kind of spots. What makes fireworks illegal or legal? Consumer Product Safety Commission's, the CPSC, instigated a fuse burn time. That's the difference, is the fuse burn time, standard that legal fireworks need to meet. Typical consumer-grade fireworks must have a fuse burn time of between 3 to 9 seconds so users can get away from the fireworks before they go off. Legal fireworks are also limited to containing 50 milligrams of pyrotechnic material. In California, some of the strictest fines ever for illegal fireworks. If convicted, a violator can be fined up to $50,000 as well as be sent to jail for up to 1 year for illegal fireworks.
What the fuck, dog? $50,000 for a god.
Yeah,
I was
just
about to
like
say
lying.
damn firework, but then my mom said, bless you, love you, just in a text.
That's an expensive golden shower. You just like pop it off. You're like, isn't it cool? And then whoo, 50 grand and possibly jail time. But
Take me to jail.
it's kind of like interesting. Yeah, you get different kind of fireworks there, but it's different. It's interesting when you think about it. The difference really is, it's the wait time. It makes sense. You got to get out of the way. So you light it. It got to be at least 3 to 9 seconds. I think 3 seconds is too short. 3 seconds?
I don't get it. It just is that when it's like burning and then before it pops off?
Yeah, so like it's a delayed reaction where like, normally you'd have like a long wick, right? And it goes like that. But I think they're designed in a way where like it's delayed and you can get out of the way. So there's like a buffer between the gunpowder, so the pyrotechnic powder and the fuse. So some of these illegal ones, they don't give a fuck. So you can just like go like this and light in a couple of seconds. So it's dangerous. So that's why if anyone here is like, should I get fireworks? What's the difference? The difference is the fuse burn time, because you can get hurt. And I will say that when I was looking at some of the facts for this episode, I tried my hardest not to say some of the horror stories because they're out there. Like there's some bad accidents. Like
I looked them up.
You're gonna do it? I'm gonna do it. There's a player who was like played. I think it was Plaxico Burress. I think he played for the Giants. I think he burned some of his fingers. No, was it him? It was a player who like literally shot his fingers off, and he played in the NFL. Like he was like lighting some fireworks off, and he still plays to this day. But he plays like 4 fingers gone or 3 fingers gone.
I looked up what happens if you swallow it.
I'm sure you look at that up about everything.
I recently was watching a movie called Swallow, where a woman was obsessed with swallowing random items. And I'm very curious now.
I'm so innocent. I'm like, is that about birds?
I would have thought Cali because of the forest fires.
What was that?
Actually, that's a really good guess. That Cali would have been illegal because of the forest fires.
So yeah.
Well, guess who's going to share the fucking horror story since you were too much of a pussy to do it?
No. I looked at some of the accents. They were kind of brutal, but I mean, I'd be curious to see what you have to say.
Okay. No, don't make me feel bad now.
No. It's fine. Go.
Okay. How Rocket Man earned its name is one of them. The Rocket Man firework. I put a 3-inch bottle rocket in my shirt pocket. fuse and stick pointing up. To free up my hand to light another rocket. Sparks from the other rocket lit the fuse of the rocket in my shirt pocket. I didn't notice it until it propelled and ignited. I just managed to get it out of my shirt when it went off. I suffered 2nd-degree burns to my chest. Beer was a contributing factor. Also, this was witnessed by a number of my coworkers. And later at the workplace, everybody called me Rocket Man. And it also burned off some of his hair when it shot out from the shirt pocket, literally just from sparks of the other one. Oh, no, don't tell me you can't hear me. It said my connection was unstable. Okay. Then this one is crazy because the poppets were like literally my favorite one, and I feel like they're the most innocent. But listen to this one. When I was 10 years old, I had a great idea to unwind hundreds of poppets and consolidate the gunpowder inside them to one giant table napkin poppet. After a couple of hours and no supervision, I had a tennis ball sized poppet ready to throw on the ground outside. And on my way out the door, I somehow managed to drop this thing right onto the dining room carpet, which obviously caught on fire. I had to put it out with bowls of water because I couldn't reach a larger bowl of water, mop it up with all the towels, but the damage to the carpet was done. And I had to come clean with my parents after it damn near burned the entire living room in the house because it kept spreading and spreading and spreading because of the gunpowder when it dropped. 10-year-old kids? Well, I was definitely that kid. Then this one is insane too because it's a moving fucking vehicle. So it says, my first experience with personal use of fireworks could have gone very badly. Idiot friends and I were on the way to shoot off some by a lake in the next town. And we were on the overpass. A kid in the passenger seat decided to light some Roman candles and shoot them over the highway. At this guy's feet were a couple of the largest fireworks we could buy loaded into the car. Sparks from the candles fell into the car and set off all of the other ones. All we could see was light and sparks and felt the heat next to us. One of the balls shot off, ricocheted off the windshield into the back seat. Having no experience with fireworks, thinking I was going to face my death, I decided to open the door and jump out of the car at 50 miles an hour. Luckily, after putting my shoe down and having a bit of the bottom shaved off by the road, literally he stayed alive from using his shoes on his hands. And as the car was driving off, the fireworks were still going off.
Oh my God.
All of the horror stories from fireworks are from sparks setting off the other ones. Can you imagine being in a car and the fucking fireworks go off?
Oh my God. I think I've only lit fireworks once in my life. When's the last time we lit fireworks? I think I've only done it like once. I mean, I've seen them for my whole life, but I've never actually purchased them.
I hate lighting them because you got to get the long stick one and then you got to run after you light it. Like, it's too much work. I got to be athletic and quick.
There's something about, I don't know. The idea of lighting it seems fun, but I think that at the core of it, you're kind of into pyrotechnics. You're kind of into you're kind of a pyro kind of person. Like you want to see it burn and fly up in the air.
Dude, like it's way too much fucking work. Way too much fucking work. Oh wait, here's another one about two friends. We knew a girl whose parents owned a storage lot, and she had a double wide on the lot of the property. She decided to have a July 4th bash, 30 people, and they were 22 years old at the time. Now, one of them happened to have some drugs, and they decided to have pills to keep the drunk in check. Come fireworks time. Friend decides that he wants to light a sparkler bomb. This consisted of getting as many sparklers as he could, wrapping them with electrical tape, with one sparkler pushed out to act as the fuse. And while everybody watched in anticipation, when the fuse was lighted, it went out. So instead of calling it quits, he relit the fuse. Click, click, light, boom. A huge explosion with his friend no more than 2 feet away. And then he literally shouted, I need water. I need water for my eyes. Someone had to grab a gallon of water and immediately poured it down their throat, in his eyes, and all over the place. Eventually, the ambulance had to be called, informing their parents. His mother was a nurse. And apparently, while holding and tried to light it, because the rest of them have a diffuse time, right? The 3 seconds or whatever, particularly the sparklers don't, because you're just holding it and waving it around. So he was looking at it while it happened. And basically he said in the hospital, He was watching tweezers enter his eyes to get the sharp.
Okay. I don't like anything with eyes. I don't like anything with eyes.
To get the sharpener out. I don't even know what that is, but like, you know how there's little hard pieces? Can you imagine tweezers going in your eyes?
I can't even watch someone put on contact lenses.
Me neither.
I cannot. When my girlfriend puts on contact lenses, I have to walk out of the room.
It's fucking weird. What's wrong with us? I can't do eyes and I can't do IVs, like when they get the tape.
You know what else grosses me out?
You can't either, Janae. You even turned your face just from the.
When a press-on nail falls off, it makes you feel like it's a real nail, and it freaks me out. I don't know why.
All right, that's a little dramatic. You're dragging it now.
No.
Wait,
no.
I watched my husband's eye LASIK surgery. What the fuck is your problem? Why'd you wait? You watched it like in person? Are you allowed to be in there? Was there smoke? Could you smell the burn? Ew.
They say you can smell your eyes being burned when they do LASIK. You're taking off a layer of cornea, right? I know.
That's the firework. I'd rather do that. I would.
Anything with eye surgery, I can't. If they were like this one surgery and you can fix your eyes, I'm like, no, I guess I'm a blind guy. Where do I buy my dog? You know, I cannot. I'm not doing anything. My mom got stitches in her eye for her cornea. I was like,
oh my God.
I think it's so. I don't know how anyone does that shit. I don't know how.
Dude, you guys should see me when I'm getting my makeup done. I have to get my makeup done pretty often. And literally during sex cells, I had to get it done every day for 3 weeks. And people watched her, right? Like, we were around. She would literally hand me the eyeliner because my makeup artist was fucking tired of my shit. She'd be just like this, here, Weezy, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Like, she wouldn't even touch my eyes. And some of the photo shoots I've had, the eyeliner looks so fucked up, and it's because that's the makeup I had to do on myself. When I have someone new, I have to coach them and let them know, like, my eyes are very sensitive. And they're like, don't worry, I've been doing this for a long time. That's how bad it is. I'm like this, it's bad, dude.
If I had to get makeup done every day and they had to do like the eyeliner thing, I would just ask for gas, like when they do surgeries. Pay me like a clown, whatever you got to do. Wake me up when it's time, like just, and then do whatever you want.
Yo,
I just don't want anything to do with my eyes.
Bad. I had some behind the scenes shit that we were doing, and I was getting my makeup done, and I had to ask him to turn it off. I didn't want people to talk shit about me. Dude, it's bad. I'm a baby, and I have the nerve to do drugs. I'd be like, oh, that's fine, but I don't know what's in the eyeliner. All right. Okay.
All right, let's talk about some of the biggest firework displays in the world. Which country do you think has had one of the biggest firework displays in the world? Give me.
I'm gonna say Russia because they're over the top.
Do you default?
Oh, maybe China because they're
the OGs. They started it. That's their
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
One of
I was reading some interesting facts about how fireworks were originally used as a weapon back in China, and that's how they discovered that can actually use for celebratory things where they shoot them in the air. And back in like the early, I think it's 1200 AD, they would strap a firework onto a mouse and light it with a long wick, and the mouse would run into the enemy's like bunker and then light off. That's like, isn't that wild?
Ew. And the eye bothered you?
Well, like a mouse with a rocket on its back, and it's kind of cute. And then
Bruh, are you not in maybe I see rats too much in New York.
Yeah, you got rats in New York. I saw some rats in New York that was just like, that guy's late for work. He look like a little dude.
They're huge, bruh. I saw rats when I was walking with you.
Well, they're so bad. One time I was in the Lower East Side, me and my girlfriend having a bite to eat, and a rat literally went through everybody. Like it was like, excuse me. You know, just like it was going through people's legs. It was crazy. I was like, wow.
I had a rat go over my foot. I know I must have told this story already because I was in tears. I was with Alex. We were walking down the street. It went over my foot in the summertime. I had flip-flops on.
You felt
I thought it was a dog, Eddie. Okay? I thought it was a fucking dog because I could feel the hairs on my legs. Just, Mind you, I was across the street from a place called Iggy's. This is during COVID. So you couldn't go inside at this time. I fucking bust through the door and I was like, a fucking rat just went all over me. Yo, the girl took the squirter that they fill up the drinks with and was spraying Sprite down my
All I heard was squirter. Wow, that's crazy.
You would have
Dude,
died. Bitch, I died.
My
I
worst
couldn't even do
nightmare
anything
is
after that.
Rat by my eyes. There you go. Worst nightmare. There we go. Okay. All right. Guess what country? Guess what
It's
country?
really hot in here. Sorry.
Yeah, me too. Think what country.
You just
would
did a.
have
Does it start with a T?
No. Think about it. What country has got money, dude? They got money.
Oh, Dubai. UAE.
Yep. Yeah, UAE. Yeah, that's exactly it. The United Emirates kicked off the start of 2019 with what was considered one of the greatest fireworks displays in human history. According to Guinness, the show broke 2 records, one for the longest straight-line fireworks display, which extended for 8 miles. 8 miles of fireworks. And
What
another
the
for the
fuck
longest
else can they
chain of
do with
fireworks,
this shit, bruh?
which is consisted of 11,284 shells. That's a lot. But
Yo, have you ever been on the other end of like a fireworks when they fall?
no.
So before Disney got their shit together, I was a kid. This is a while ago, but we were walking back to the car, and I remember stuff was falling on us. And they said it was from the fireworks. Like it was either the shells or the dust. Like it was bad, yo.
So dogs, you as a former dog owner, you know dogs hate fireworks. Like they get truly scared. Sometimes dogs go missing because they hear the bangs. They just start running around. They hide, right? But one of the animals that takes the biggest hit is obviously birds. Birds hear them and they think they're under attack, and sometimes they hide in places they shouldn't, get trapped. It's really a big thing. There's one city in Italy that has banned all noise-making fireworks. There's quiet fireworks. I didn't know that. There's like
What's the fucking point of that?
It's just all show. It's all show, no bang, which sounds like another sex toy. But some places are kind of phasing them in because of how they are environmentally. A lot of animals freak the fuck out, and so do some people too.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Are we have any vegans in here? Maybe we don't. But I will say, I got a real issue with people wanting me to change my life and my habits about some animals that's been around for a long goddamn time. I am so sick of having the conversation about fucking straws. Why do I need to eliminate straws when you need to fucking figure out how the fuck to get the ocean together? Do that shit.
First of all, the straw thing. Remember that was a big deal, and now after COVID, everyone's like, "Fuck the turtles." You know what I mean? Like no one cares anymore.
Dude,
No one
a friend
cares
of
anymore.
mine
Dude,
is
there's PPE
making
everywhere. There's masks everywhere. There's all over the streets. You know, there's a turtle that's got a mask on it right now. And you know what? He's got a mask on. No straw's gonna get in his face because he's got the mask on.
Bro, it's so ridiculous. My friend has a company now called Eco Agave where he's making straws and they're biodegradable. I am so happy for him.
Eco Agave?
Don't do this, Eddie. I am happy for him, but at the end of the day, his name is Ryan.
Oh,
the
I
end
thought
of
his
the
name
day,
was Eco Agave. It sounds like
no, eco, and it's made out of agave, so they're like eco-friendly.
I thought it was like some kind of like earthy African dude. Eco Agave. His mom was a
He ain't even earthy. That's really what trips me out. But you know what? Wherever you can get the money from. But I said, he like handed me the straw. I'm drinking it at this event. And like, then he starts telling someone else about how great they are for the environment. And I was like, yeah, dude, they're good straws. Like, no one else gives a fuck. We are in the club twerking right now. I don't give a fuck. Like, nigga, do you even care about the turtles? Really?
I agree. I think we'll never perfect the paper straw. It is always going to be bad. It's hard at first, gets soft after sucking. It's a lot like me. I don't get it, and I'm done with that. And and we did an episode about garbage and trash, where a lot of these masks are just ending up in the ocean, stuff like that. I think that's going to be the next thing, where like in like 5 years, people are going to environmentally.
Yo, if we run out of salmon because the salmon start choking on masks, I'm gonna be pissed.
I mean,
that's too far. But if the turtles, someone else could do that. But the salmon, we gotta save the salmon. Because after I watched Seaspiracy, I was like, yo, Don't tell me nothing about no motherfucking salmon. They was already talking about the dolphins and the bluefin tuna, and I was like, all right, I get it. I don't be eating that anyway. And then they started talking about salmon, and I was like, I don't want to hear it anymore, bro.
This is your bougie lifestyle being threatened. You're like, you tell me I can't have fucking sushi and my Delta flights are delayed, I'm gonna fucking freak.
Hold on, wait. Noreen brings metal straws out. Are you serious?
I don't like metal straws. It feels weird.
So what do? You just put it back in your purse?
I guess you gotta disinfect it. I don't like this.
You really do this to what? Is it for germs or it comes in a case? Oh, fucking excuse me.
Imagine that. Imagine on a first date with a guy and he just whips out a little case.
Yo!
You're like, okay, this guy's... Yikes. Okay. All right, whatever.
I'd rather you fuck me raw than bring a fucking metal straw, dude.
This guy's wearing 2 condoms for sure.
Yo, are you serious? And it has a little straw cleaner.
If he has like a little case like this, and you know those straw cleaners that have like a little thing where you like go in and you clean it out like a musket. That's what it is. It's like a little wire cleaner. That's what it is.
My screen isn't frozen. It's just the thought.
Imagine
that would scare me.
The guy whips out like, so Wheezy, tell me more about podcasting. Whips out a little case, whips out a metal straw. You're like, you're not gonna fuck me, really? I figured. Just keeps. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. You mind if we split the check? That makes a lot of sense. All right.
Noreen, can you just unmute yourself and tell us why you bring them?
Mm. Mm.
To be honest, after explaining it and saying that there may not be straws available, I'm like, I get that.
Yeah.
But also, like, when I'm in the mood to drink out of a straw, it's normally because I'm out at a place with loud fucking music. So I just can't picture me being like, hey, where the party at?
Fun story about my mom. My mom used to love to steal free things.
What do you mean?
When something's free.
Who doesn't?
Here's the thing. No, but my mom like legit steals free things. Like when we went to McDonald's, she took like all the ketchup. Like she's starting her own restaurant. She's like, I need these. And she would take all the straws. She would take like, growing up, my head like, you know those yellow straws back in the day, McDonald's.
My mom has them too in the house.
Like a bundle, and we never used them. I don't know why. Anyway, I don't know why we talk about straws. I know we're talking.
My
about
mom has so many straws in her glove compartment, and I was like, why are these here? And every time she does some dumb shit, I say her name. Why are these here, Jewel? I don't know. You never know. Maybe you'll go out and you'll have something to drink, and you're gonna say, you know what? I'm so glad it's in here.
Okay.
It's the napkins. The napkins are the best. You do use those.
Can you give us a rundown? Can you remember what firework facts we had here? If you can do this, I'd be very impressed.
Chinese.
We were going off on tangents here. So my first fact was...
Chinese, no. It wasn't Chinese. It was Chinese, but it wasn't your first fact.
Showers.
Oh, the weird names. Golden Showers.
Yes.
The Punisher. Cock and Rocket, Flock It. Cock, Rock, and Drop It. Yeah. And something else. Then I talked about firework injuries and how they're always happening from sparks flying off into other ones. But that wasn't my first fact. Shit.
Oh, man, you got this. Come on.
She's saying Dubai, I think. Oh, the most expensive. No, I was saying Disney and how much money we spend on fireworks. $5,000 a night. And then you said something about who did the biggest fireworks show.
That was my last one. But
that was Dubai. And then
Boston.
Illegal. Where they're illegal.
Vinny.
Massachusetts. So where they're legal, illegal. And then I'm stressing out because there was one more. Hold on. I don't know. Wait.
The wick.
Oh, depending on the fuse time is what makes them legal or illegal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Was there anything else?
And then Dubai, remember, had the biggest fireworks.
The biggest fireworks show. Yeah. 8 miles.
Yeah. There we go. Wow.
So-
What an episode. A lot of fun.
Thank
Big
you,
shout out.
Freak.
Big shout out to all the patrons who are watching this episode in real time, live. If you'd like to be a part of our next live stream, please join our Patreon, patreon.com/FFS podcast. You get 2 bonus episodes a month. Plus, you get full video on the bonus episodes and on the full episodes and a live stream. And you get to join in on the fun. Do you have anything to plug?
No, but fuck you to whoever says they don't like the damn rundown, man. And let me tell you something. That helps all of us. Am I the only one who really sits here and be like, damn, what did they say? Or I listened to an episode once, like played it back, and I started screaming at myself through the fucking AirPods.
I know. It brings an emotion out of you. You're like, everyone at home's like, you idiot, it's the fuse time. Say it, Wheezy. God.
So hard.
God, is she always high? Someone's yelling in their car listening to this.
Not right now, but
But I do like it because it is a good test for memory, and it's not easy. I try doing it because when you're having fun, having a good time, imagine someone did this to you, like you have a conversation with a friend, and you go, okay, what did we talk about? You're like, fuck, I don't know.
no. I feel like I'm in a fucking quiz with the metal straws guy at a date.
Oh, fuck.
He's like, where am I from? Where am I from? Fuck!
If you have a possible topic you want to talk about here, for us to talk about here on For Fact's Sake, please leave it in the body of the review on Apple Podcasts /iTunes. Podcast reviews help the podcast grow. Follow us on Instagram as well. And once again, Patreon. The link is in the description of this episode. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I had a good time. Thank you, Alexis, John, Free, Janae, Noreen, V, who's not from Boston, but V, who's from New York.
Yeah.